Welcome back to the Recruiting Roundup. I am your host, Cody Cameron, and joining me as a good friend of the show, the Western Region Analyst for 24/7 Sports, Blair Angulo. Blair, let's jump right into it. University of Oregon, who I call one of the best raters of talent in the state of Arizona. They just get another top player in the state coming from the class of 2025. Notre Dame prep wide receiver Cooper Perry. Now, Blair, this is a player that you personally came down here to watch play in person last fall. What type of player is Cooper Perry?
A versatile offensive weapon that could line up inside. He can line up outside. He does a lot of his work after the catch. I love what he's able to do on underneath routes. He just gets open, and he also makes catches when he's not supposed to make catches over defenders against double teams. I mean, he's facing the best secondaries every week. It seems like the plan. I think the defensive coordinators are just going to throw at him. So for him to put up the numbers that he does when they zone in on him is really impressive. I think the world of him, and I think his potential in Eugene is sky high.
And Coop's the number one player in your personal 2020, or excuse me, the 2025 composite rankings. When we look at that top five rankings from in the state of Arizona in that 2025 class, there's a school with two players in there, and that's Jason Jules' Brophy program, offensive lineman Logan Paul, and defensive back Creed Thomas. What can you tell me about those two football players?
Logan Powell, one of the best and more athletic offensive linemen in the West region, has positional versatility, can be a guard, can play tackle. He's got a lot of upside. We love his frame. You could still see that he's going to be able to put on a good 30, 35 pounds if he needs to at the next level. And then Creed Thomas is that Swiss Army knife in that Brophy secondary. He can play some safety. You could line him up out wide against the best receiver that another team has. He's also played a little bit of linebacker. I think that's maybe a position that he could potentially grow into at the next level. He's got a lot of physical upside. We love those two players. They've got a lot of potential.
Yeah, Coach Shill's got a heck of a program. Coming up next year should be a good team to watch. And now it's testing time, Blair. I know you see a ton of athletes, not only in the state of Arizona, but the entire country. I know you personally come down three or four times to see a lot of the football players here. So testing time. Forget the top 10 kids. Okay, we're looking outside of that. Who is a player in the state of Arizona that you think his recruitment is just going to skyrocket as they get into the contact and eval period this spring?
The first guy that I want to mention is Desmond Roebuck, and I think that's going to bring a smile to our guy Chili's face because we just think that this kid makes every play all the time. It seems like anytime I watch him, he's getting open, he's making touchdown grabs, he's electrifying, he's got great hand-eye coordination. I think when coaches get down to Southern Arizona, they're going to be able to check him out and see what we've been able to kind of see the last couple of years from him. Nico Boncour is another big time wide receiver that is making the move over to Centennial this fall. And I think is another player that's going to continue to rise in the rankings and continue to show that he is in a way overlooked or a bit slept on. And then another one I want to throw to you is Wyatt Horton, a three-star quarterback from Pinnacle, who is really dynamic, can tuck the ball and run. He was asked to run the ball a little bit more last year as a junior. He's primed for a huge senior season. We just saw him at the Elite 11 regional in Los Angeles, as well as the Under Armour Camp Series stop here in Southern California. He was really, really good, and I'm excited to see what he does as a senior this fall leading Pinnacle High School.
Yeah, three absolute gamers to impact players across the board. And I love the Southern Arizona tie with Roebuck that you just put out there. Blair, you see everybody. You're one of the best at it. Always appreciate you coming on, my man. Have a great one.
Thanks, Cody.